Pulsating music vibrates the nightclub as James stands at the bar, detached and alone. His glass half empty, his eyes reflect a profound stillness amid the swirling chaos. Around him, bodies sway, lost in the rhythm, yet he remains an isolated figure. He is an island in a sea of revelry, untouched by the euphoria surrounding him. His gaze drifts towards the exit, a brief flicker of indecision crossing his face. The thumping music seems to amplify his inner conflict and deep contemplation. The nightclub pulses with music, shadows dancing across the crowded floor. Emelia, poised and confident, slides onto the stool beside James. Her eyes sparkle under the neon lights, a hint of mischief in her gaze. She leans in close, her voice a low murmur against the music's throb. "You look like someone who could use exactly one more," she purrs, a challenge in her tone. James turns, his gaze drawn to Emelia amidst the nightclub's pulsating lights. Intrigue flickers in James's eyes, a silent question hanging in the smoky air. The nightclub's vibrant chaos forms a backdrop to their unfolding story. James leans in, the music a throbbing pulse in the crowded space. "One drink, then I'm gone," James says, his voice barely audible. His words hang in the air, a challenge amidst the revelry. Neon lights paint Emelia's face as she smiles faintly, a sense of relief washing over her in the pulsing nightclub. The bar's vibrant chaos reflects in her eyes, a stark contrast to the quiet resolution in her expression. "Perfect. I hate goodbyes that take all night," Emelia says, her voice barely audible above the music. A subtle nod signals the bartender, a silent request amidst the noise and the swirling lights. The bartender approaches, unfazed by the scene, expertly preparing their order. Emelia watches, the neon lights casting fleeting shadows across her face. In the dimly lit nightclub, the bartender slides 2 drinks across the polished bar. The glasses clink softly, a brief, crystalline note in the pulsing music. James watches her, a pensive look in his eyes, as he sips on his drink. A sudden, gripping feeling washes over James, an inner conflict taking hold. Narration: "I'll regret leaving without knowing her." James hesitates, his gaze fixed on the bartender, torn between impulse and uncertainty. The nightclub pulsates, bodies sway under the strobe lights, lost in the music's relentless beat. Emelia, elegant in black, reaches out, a beacon of composure amidst the chaos. Her hand extended, she introduces herself, a hint of reluctance in her eyes. "I'm Emelia," she says, her voice barely audible above the thumping bass. "I'm only here because my friend insisted Paris nights are wasted indoors," she confesses. In the pulsing heart of the nightclub, James's hand extends, a silent question hanging in the smoky air. Anticipation flickers across his face, a mix of hope and urgency in the dim, flashing lights. The music thrums, a relentless beat underscoring the tension. His eyes lock onto hers, waiting, searching for an answer in the chaotic dance of shadows. He clasps her hand, the connection electric amidst the surrounding noise. "And?" he asks, his voice barely audible above the music, a desperate plea in his tone. In the pulsing nightclub, Emelia sits at the bar, the bass vibrating through her. She lifts her glass, her gaze lost in the sea of bodies moving on the dance floor. A subtle smile plays on her lips as she observes the revelry from her perch. "And she's not wrong, but I prefer watching before jumping in," Emelia muses. The nightclub's bass vibrates through James as he leans against the bar, a genuine smile lighting his face. He exudes casual confidence, a newcomer navigating the scene with deceptive ease. "James, I just moved here," he admits, the smile never faltering. "Still pretending I know what I'm doing," he confesses, a playful glint in his eyes. In the pulsing nightclub, ice clinks softly, a delicate sound against the deep bass. Laughter and shouts swirl around them, yet they remain untouched, in their own world. Emelia pauses, a thoughtful look in her eyes, as she speaks over the music. "I study art history," she says, her words a soft confession in the vibrant chaos. "And I work at a cafe to pay the bills," she adds, a hint of weariness in her voice. Pulsing bass vibrates through the crowded nightclub, neon lights flashing across James's face as he leans against the bar. "It's just the job, you know," But here? Here in Paris, even that feels different, James says, gesturing expansively. And my accent. Back home, it's just normal. Here, suddenly, I'm exotic. It's ridiculous, really. Paris, it makes me feel brave, like I can do anything, but also so incredibly small. In the pulsing heart of the nightclub, Emelia watches James, her eyes sharp and assessing over the rim of her glass. The nightclub's dim light dances across her face, revealing little as she studies him. The music throbs, a rhythmic counterpoint to the silent evaluation. A subtle smile plays on her lips as she leans forward, breaking the silence. You listen like you mean it, Emelia says, her voice barely audible above the music. Pulsing music vibrates as James stands at the bar, his figure silhouetted against the flashing lights. Reflections dance in his eyes, mirroring the chaotic energy of the nightclub surrounding him. He gives a dismissive shrug, his face unreadable in the strobing light. You talk like you're worth listening to, James says, his voice barely audible above the music. In the vibrant nightclub, Emelia's laughter rings out, bright and genuine, drawing all eyes to her. The sound of her joy captivates James. His gaze fixed on Emelia, her smile shines, a beacon in the dim light of the bar. The world fades away as James becomes lost in her infectious happiness. A moment of pure, unadulterated joy hangs in the air between them. The dim nightclub buzzes, a haven of shadows and pulsating rhythms. Their first drink sits half empty as conversation flows. The murmur escalates. A subtle tension rises with each sip. A sudden bump throws Emelia off balance. James swiftly steadies her. A brief touch amidst the chaos. Her hand lingers a moment longer on his arm. A silent question. Pulsing bass vibrates through the nightclub as neon lights flash across dancing patrons. Emelia, leaning against the bar, turns her eyes locking onto the person beside her, a mischievous glint in her eyes. Emelia says suddenly, "Dance with me. If we're gonna break our one-drink rule, we might as well commit," Emelia says. The nightclub dance floor throbs with life, a sea of bodies swaying under a storm of strobe lights. James stands out, his awkwardness a stark contrast to the fluid motion surrounding him. Emelia navigates the crowded dance floor with an effortless grace. Her movements are like water, drawing eyes amidst the pulsating chaos. The rhythm takes over, a kaleidoscope of emotions mirrored in every dancer's expression. Pulsating music envelops Emelia and James as they navigate the crowded dance floor. Flashing lights reflect in Emelia's eyes as she moves closer to James. "This is better than leaving early," Emelia shouts over the music, a smile playing on her lips. James nods in agreement, his eyes sparkling with amusement and shared excitement. They are caught in the moment, surrendering to the rhythm and energy of the night. They step out into the cool night air, the scent of rain and river heavy around them. Paris hums quietly, a stark contrast to the daytime bustle. Streetlights cast a soft glow, reflecting off the slick, wet pavement. The sand glistens, a dark ribbon winding through the heart of the city. A distant siren echoes, a lonely sound in the Parisian night. The air is thick with unspoken possibilities under the quiet sky. Paris Street, bustling yet intimate. They stand, a world of unspoken words hanging in the air. Their hands brush, a fleeting connection that ignites a silent, yearning conversation. Hesitation dances in their eyes, a poignant reluctance to break the magnetic pull. Each moment stretches, heavy with the weight of unspoken desires and unrealized dreams. The city fades around them, their universe shrinking to the space between their fingertips. A Parisian street bustles, alive with honking cars and chattering voices. The air thick with the aroma of pastries. Amidst the vibrant chaos, Emelia stands, her expression shadowed by a tinge of deep regret. The city's relentless energy contrasts sharply with the quiet turmoil etched on Emelia's face. She whispers, almost to herself, the plan now a painful echo. One drink. Her soft words are nearly swallowed by the city's roar, a fragile promise broken. The regret in her eyes deepens as she repeats, "That was the plan," a stark reminder of lost control. Sunlight bathes the Parisian street, a symphony of car horns and distant chatter filling the air. Amidst the hustle, James pauses, a ghost of a smile gracing his lips. His eyes reflect a city teeming with untold stories and hidden possibilities. A wry amusement dances in his gaze, hinting at unexpected detours and delightful surprises. With a shrug and a knowing glance, he murmurs, "Paris had other ideas." Amidst the Parisian bustle, they exchange numbers, a silent pact sealed with a hopeful glance. A brush of fingers ignites a spark, a subtle promise amidst the Parisian chaos. The city noise fades as they stand, caught in a moment where unspoken possibilities bloom. No promises are made, yet the air crackles with anticipation. A connection silently acknowledged. Amidst the Parisian bustle, James and Emelia walk away from each other, their figures swallowed by the crowd. A hesitant glance back betrays James's conflicted feelings. Unbeknownst to him, Emelia mirrors his action, her eyes searching for his presence. The distance between them grows with each step, a silent testament to unspoken words. Will they turn back, or will the streets of Paris lead them further apart? The air hangs heavy with the weight of what could have been. A vibrant Paris street bursts to life, teeming with people lost in their hurried daydreams. The air vibrates with the impatient honk of cars, a symphony of urban urgency. Sunlight dances on the cobblestones, painting fleeting portraits of passers-by. Life unfolds in seamless motion, a continuous, captivating Parisian tableau. Did this night in Paris stay with you? If you believe some moments arrive quietly and change everything, share your thoughts, or pass this story to someone who still believes in chance encounters. Your support keeps stories like this alive.